Okay, so hello. Hey y'all. I am back as I said that I would be. And I'm actually going to be reading from the Bible today. Reading scripture. Finally. Not on the read the Bible through in whatever amount of time plan. I'll be reading from 2 Timothy and the 119th Psalm. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she is 25. She texted me these scriptures to read. She requested that I read them and that I read them today. So I have already read them, but for the purposes of the video, I'm going to read them again. I mean, can possibly hurt anyway, right? I believe I mentioned in an earlier video that I was not going to be on here trying to do Bible study and all that jazz. We'll leave that for someone else. I am simply trying to get a little more in touch with my own spirituality. Whatever, whatever that means at this point. But starting with, what I knew growing up and what I've known as an adult. Good old Southern Christianity. So, I'm reading 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 16 and 17. And that says, all scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. It corrects us when we It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work. And then I am reading, now I am reading the 119th Psalm, verse 105. And that says, your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Obviously, this is pretty straightforward. Again, no Bible study, but I get it. I have been, the last couple years, I've felt that I've been kind of going my own way. I felt I've been going my own way because I have been going my own way. It is just what call a spade a spade. I don't know if anybody remembers that show Benson from like the 80s with Robert Guillaume. Was he Asian American? Anyway, I'm gonna have to Google that. Don't even have time to edit this out. It's gonna be just like this. So gotta Google whether that about Robert Guillaume. Also, I was gonna say, if anybody ever watched that show, the governor's assistant, governor's aide, whatever, Clayton Endicott, one time he said on there, well, you better call a spade, and Robert Guillaume had come into the part of the house where he was, I believe it was the kitchen. Anyway, he had come into the part of the house where where he was talking, and he said, and when you do, you better run like hell, because in this Melanin March, let me just tell you guys that if you don't know, spade is a word that used to be used extremely negatively toward black people. So when the white man, Clayton Endicott said, better call a spade, Robert Guillaume or Benson was like, and when you do, you better run. Anyway, so tonight I read, to round things off, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16 and 17. Let me just do that again right quick to close out. All scripture is inspired by God and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. Verse 17, God uses it to prepare and equip his people to do every good work. And I also read the 119th Psalm, verse 105. And I'm so sorry if my lazy eye bothers anybody. I'm not going to get it fixed, but I am sorry. Your word is a lamp to guide my feet and a light for my path. Good night.